Welcome back to Up the Villa podcast. Unai Emery's press conference has dropped, so let's have the reaction to that. If you're new to our channel, subscribe, drop this video a like, and get involved in the comment section down below. The match preview went out. The numbers on it are absolutely massive, so thanks everybody that watched our match preview. Newcastle fans getting involved as well, and there seems to be a complementary vibe and a respect between the two sets of fans. So thanks to the Newcastle fans that were commenting on the video as well. It's going to make for an epic game, 6v3. Both teams in really, really good form. Both teams now having a really good season as well. Villa off the back of having a terrible start. So both teams bang up there. Both teams going to be very, very confident. Both sets of fans going to be confident. So it should make for a brilliant, brilliant 0-0 then. So let's get into it then, and let's have a look what Unai Emery has said ahead of the game. So Emery has said that we are in the key moment of our season. We are thinking only of the 3 points. And, you know, it's like I said, Justy, it's a massive game for both clubs, you know, and it's a tester, isn't it? Newcastle coming off the back of 5 wins, 2 wins in a row away from home. Villa are unbeaten in 7 with 6 wins and a draw. So, you know, the form is absolutely fantastic of both sides. So, yeah, I just can't wait to be down there watching the game. He said on Newcastle, their development has been very, very strong. They are building a serious team, a very organised team, and they are one of the best teams in the Premier League. Pretty much what everybody's really been echoing, that they're having a great season. They're doing really well. They're very difficult to beat. They've got a really good midfield. They've got flair players. Interestingly, some of their team news: Saint Maxim is out injured. Guimaraes is fit, and Almiron is ahead of schedule, so he may feature tomorrow as well. Emery on our defensive record, when we were speaking about conceding 11 in 3 matches, we were very angry, but the players' reaction was fantastic. They were humble and they worked hard. We have to be consistent, and that's what we've been ever since those 3 losses in a row. So, you know, that's been a great test of the mental resolve of our players as well. The fact that we were in a bit of a slump. We did lose 3 games in a row. We did concede a lot of goals, but we were able to regroup, get ourselves back together, and we've been playing really, really well. So I think it's a testament to the mentality. I was listening to Conser talking on his interview on Villa TV, and he was very relaxed, you know, and I kind of liked it. His body language was just so chilled. He was speaking about their emphasis, him and Mings having to play out from the back and sometimes just step out and be a little bit braver. So, you know, it was a really good interview, and I think the team collectively, they saw that they've done that Grand National game, you know, the team bonding where they're playing a game on Villa TV as well. And you can tell that there's a really good camaraderie. And I think, you know, you can have really good players, but if you don't have that togetherness and that sort of camaraderie, that makes up key characteristics of a good team. And I think Newcastle have been able to tap into that as well. So I think that's why, you know, both teams are doing so well. Emery on his squad, we have some injuries, but we have to carry on. We can't use that as an excuse. Interesting, we haven't dropped our injuries. So I imagine it's Kamara, Cash maybe, and Coutinho. But the interesting thing is they haven't announced who's injured. So, you know, normally they do that little thing where they announce it. I haven't done that, so maybe we've got a fresh one, but I hope not. But like Emery, it's no excuse. We're a complete team. We play as a team. So if one's injured, then we've seen, you know, recently when Cash is out, doesn't matter. When Kamara's out, doesn't matter. We all have a role to play. Emery, on the possibility of qualifying for Europe, he said, we are a candidate, but it will be very difficult. I want to build and create a strong way. We have to be very consistent and progressively improve. So again, like we're speaking about it's a test, it's a challenge, it's an objective, it's something that we could potentially reach. But I really want to tap into this last part of what he said. I want to build and create a strong way. And what I'm feeling is what we're doing at the minute is we're We're building our core principle. We're building our philosophy of how we want to do things. So this has been like the bedding in period. So we've bedded in how we want to play, key characteristics, mentally strong. We have resilience, we have belief, we have drive, we have trust in one another. So I think all of these characteristics, what we've done in this season, will put us into such good stead going into next season, pre-season, and next season as well. So, you know, what we've been able to do in this short space of time is, in my opinion, remarkable. You know, how we've been able to go about and do things, but the objective's still there. And if we are consistent, if we can get through this period of 8 games or 7 games to go, whatever, then I think we'll be there. We'll be in and around it. And you know, I've said numerous times as well, if we don't make Europe, there's going to be no meltdown on my part. I think for me, it's just about, while we're in it, embracing it, try and go for it. We can all see how well we've done. Like, we can all see the rise in which we've gone through with Emery so far. So I think that's just like really, really pleasing and promising. So you know, I'm absolutely loving it. So Emery on Ashley Young, I am happy with him. He uses experience to help the team, and I appreciate this a lot. And I think he's one as well that's he like has the correct characteristics of what an Unai Emery would want. And I think, you know, even when I go back to when Young wasn't in the side and Cash came back, I still felt Ashley Young's presence, which was absolutely massive. So I think you take for granted sometimes just what having a certain player even around the team can do, even if necessarily sometimes they're not playing. You know, you look at the likes of Coutinho, you think, okay, he's not playing that well, but what is he doing on the training pitch to help everybody else? How does he help Buendia? How does he help Ramsey? So I think these type of things are really, really important in a squad. Emery's touched on the women in the FA Cup semi-final on Sunday against Chelsea. We are very happy. Everything is positive within the Villa family. We have to be proud of them. So, you know, I've done an episode previewing the WSL the women's team ahead of the game against Chelsea. So go and have a look at that. Go and show that some support as well. So, yeah, you know, it's absolutely massive on Sunday. Semi-final for the women's team, which is, you know, from where they've came from and the journey that they've been on is absolutely massive. I know me and Justin are going to the under 20, 21, well, 23s tonight, and we're going to be watching them potentially get into the playoffs as well in the Premier League too. So all across the club, there's just really, really big positives. We got the stadium announced to be in the Euros in 2028, which is absolutely huge. So, you know, it all feels like we're going in one big good direction, and that direction is up. So I'm just loving it. I'm loving creating the content. The views have just been massive this week, which is a testament to you guys at home who enjoy and support us and just really like the content that we put out as well. So let's go to Villa Park. Let's have it. Come on, let's keep this run going up the Villa.